everyone, my name is Monet and I am Tick Life. I just want to come quickly and talk to you guys about the teacher planner that I have on my store on TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of sheets and I will explain exactly how I use them and how they can be useful for you as you're planning for the new year. Here I have my teacher planner. It's inside of an ARC binder that I got from Staples. I was able to actually use a ARC hole puncher that I got from Staples and put in my printable teacher planner. So this teacher planner can be found inside of my TPT store on Tick Life. So at the bottom you see the motto, which is teach, inspire, and change the next school year. And it is editable, so if you wanted to put your name like Mrs. Brown, Mrs. White, Mrs. Jones, you could do that just to make, it your property. The next sheet behind the cover is the teacher information sheet. So on the teacher information sheet, you have your name, school number, fax number, and this really comes in handy because this was the first year I was actually at my current school, and I could not remember the fax number, and I couldn't remember the school number until I started getting a lot of calls from the school just about events going on at the school. So to have this in my teacher planner really helps when I'm designing like my class syllabus, or I'm trying to let local businesses or parents and things of that nature know the contact information for me at work. In the blanks that are provided, you can also write anything else or maybe stick something that is very important that you want to be able to assess very quickly. So your classroom number, and even like the classroom building, like some elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, there are different buildings, and so it's really good to know that information. The next sheet is the student information form, and this one I would probably print and put inside probably about 5. This year I had a max count of 20 students, lucky me, because I've had more before, but this year I've had only 20 students max. But on this sheet I have, as you see, the student's name, the parent name or guardian name, medical, email, transportation, and contact number. So what I would do after maybe meet the teacher night or the first week of school, when you get all the information, you had that solid number of students, or even before, I would go in and I'll just write everybody's name, the contact information, and definitely medical. So that could be anything from allergies to maybe physical disabilities that you want to make note of and remember. And then you could definitely take it out of the binder and maybe make copies, put it in your sub kit so that they could have the same information if needed. Again, transportation, how they get home. And I also like to have a parent's or a guardian's email address, because when you do different websites like Kahoot or even Class Dojo, and you want to send information to the parent directly, it's really good just to have on file. So next I have the school directory. This is something that this year I've known to be very important. At my school, every office and classroom has a direct phone and extension. So I can literally press star 118, for example, and call, I don't know, maybe the cafeteria. So it's very difficult to remember whose extension is what. And if I put it on my desk, it's more than likely going to get covered with something. So by putting it inside of my teacher planner, I can assess it very quickly. So on here, of course, you have, the front office, the principal, nurse, counselor, library, grade chair, and then I have some blanks. So if you would like to fill it in with those teammates that you may have for your grade level, you could definitely do that just to make sure that you can contact them quickly without leaving your classroom. The next page, which I really like, is a password sheet. It gives you a total of 8 boxes. What I designed was a sheet where you put the account, you put the username, and then you put the password. As you change your password, you just go in and you update it. But this is just great to have, so no matter whether you're at home, whether you're at work, or at a professional development, you can access those accounts that you need, and you don't have to struggle to remember what is your most recent password. This is a notes sheet. I really like how this one is written. There are 2 note sheets available. On this one, it's kind of more like a jot type of outline. So you have some spaces where you could write, sentences, but then you have these squares where you could just put in things that you might want to remember, or that, that idea for a center or an idea for an activity, just to kind of, have it right at your fingertips. This page is the reminder sheet. Again, it gives you some lines so you can write sentences and make notes. But then it also has like a place where you can put important dates. And then also included is deadlines. Like right now, it's the end of the year. I teach 5th grade. So I have a lot of deadlines to meet. So this just allows me to have it right at my fingers, and then I won't have to put so much in my head. Next, I have the to-do list. I really like this to-do list. I like it for the simple fact that it has boxes. And so as I accomplish my things that I need to do, I can just check them off and keep going. I hate drawing lines through things. It just doesn't work out for me as well. Calendar for next year, which has all of the class holidays, when it starts, deadlines, things of that nature for my county. And then I have a regular academic calendar, which has all the months from July all the way to June, which is good to have when you're planning. So this right here is the monthly planner. At the top, you write the month that you're planning for, or you're thinking about. And you have a box for important dates, don't forget, and school events. Next, you have some notes that you might want to write down. And then lastly, you have your starting unit box and your duties. So I really like the starting unit box, because I know probably every other month we start a new lesson in our writing and reading workshops. And so this kind of helps you to get your mind wrapped around the concept and to think of some ideas or some things that you might want to incorporate for that month. This is a weekly checklist. On the weekly checklist, you have copy, cut, plan, to do, remember, create, and grade. I did also have a daily checklist with the same options. Now, some people, you may copy and cut and plan daily, but you may also do it weekly. So you have the option of what sheet is better for you. I personally do a lot of this daily. So the weekly is great. It will probably help me, cut out maybe doing it every day. But I do like having the option of weekly and daily. So this just helps you to outline your week and to make sure that everything flows accordingly so that you can have a life. The weekly planner, it is Monday through Friday, of course. You write the week of, and you just write down, maybe you have an event. You might have a staff meeting on Wednesday, have professional development on Friday, hopefully not. You might have conferences on Tuesday. If so, you can write down the student name that you're having a conference with. And it just, continues to help you to be organized. This is that daily checklist that I had talked about earlier. Again, you have copy, cut, plan, to do, remember, create, and grade. And this is just something that I know for me, really helps, because I want to make sure that I utilize my day to the fullest and that I don't have to do, if anything, at home. So this is the daily planner. I like this because this is something that you might want to do the night before, or even early in the morning if you get to your school maybe 15 or 20 minutes before school actually starts. You have a box for before school, during school, and after school. So you write those